Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina, Nepco, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5-Star. The KVB pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three at a big time moment.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside. Stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the West Central Trojans take on the North White Vikings in the quarterfinal round of Sectional 52. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play is our sports analyst, Terry Minix. Our sideline reporter on location for Winnemac, Justin Ruff. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI. We welcome you to the postseason from Caston High School. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com as we get ready for our 34th basketball broadcast of the season. We have seen the West Central Trojans in action and have spoken with head coach Brad Odom several times on the Saturday Sports Line, but have yet to see these North White Vikings. When we look at the Vikings, head coach Joe Smith is in his first year leading the boys program. Smith is in his 13th season total as an Indiana high school basketball head coach, where he had stints at Pioneer, Clinton Central, and Frontier before arriving to take over for North White. The Vikings got off to a tough start the first 10 games of the season, going 3-7. The 10th game of the season came against these West Central Trojans, where the Trojans won big time 75-48. The Vikings' road didn't get much easier as they went 2-10 the final 12 games. One of those games, interestingly enough, was a rematch with the West Central Trojans, where the Vikings got revenge in a 45-44 stunner. The Vikings now come into sectional play against West Central. Against the West Central Trojans for the third time this season, as they went 5-17 on the year. Leading the Vikings in the scoring department is Dane Hood, averaging 16.6 points per game. Right behind him is Brendan Hood, scoring 5.8 points per game. And then rounding out the top three is Ephraim Denton, averaging 4.2 per game. Dane Hood also leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals, grabbing 6.5 boards, 2.4 dimes, and 3.7 snags per game. As a whole, the Vikings are averaging 41.3 points per game, and their defense is allowing 58.8. We turn now to our sports analyst, two-time Indiana high school basketball state champion head coach, Terry Minix. Coach, it's round one of the postseason. What changes in terms of emotions, and what are your thoughts on these Northwide Vikings?
Well, it's tournament time, and everybody gets excited for tournament time because, you know, it's the old famous win, move on, lose, go home.
Simple.
But, you know, the Northwide, you know, the good thing that they have going is the last time they did see West Central, they did beat them. I know it was a one-point game, but they did beat them, you know, earlier in the year in that holiday tourney. Yeah. They lost pretty handily to them. So maybe they got some adjustments taken care of, you know, in February when they played them not long ago. So, you know, it bodes well for them as far as their mental attitude towards this game.
Well, we turn to page and we look at the West Central Trojans. Head coach Brad Odom is in his first season leading the boys program. The Trojans started their 2023-2024 season going 2-8 through the first 10 games. The 2 wins came against South Newton and, like we mentioned, North White. Since that time, they finished off their year going 1-11 through the final 12, with the 1 win coming against one of our other area teams in the Tri-Township Tigers, 64-57. The Trojans come into tonight's sectional contest at 3-19 on the year. Leading the Trojans in the scoring department is Bryce Naniga. He's averaging 18.6 points per game. Right behind him is Brendan Grindstaff, scoring 7.1. Rounding out the top 3 is Connor Marlatt, averaging 4.6 points per game. Naniga also leads the team in rebounds and steals, grabbing 5.5 boards and 2.1 steals per game. Marlatt is the team's assist leader, averaging 3.2 dimes per game. And as a whole, the Trojans are averaging 44.1 points per game on offense, and their defense is allowing 58.8 points per game. The Trojans dealt with a lot of different distractions throughout the year, Coach, but with the position they find themselves in tonight, going up against a team they know they can beat, must be something they can be positive about tonight, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they just, like I said earlier, I think the big thing that they have to do is getting off to a good start, get that positive attitude, because they did handle them pretty well in that tournament. So as long as they can get off to a good start, it should bode well for West Central.
Well, we are expecting a great evening of IHSAA boys sectional basketball action, as we appreciate you joining us on the KVB pregame show. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital injury report. It's time now to check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, who is on location at Lewis Cass High School to see the Winamac Warriors take on North Miami. Justin, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Mitch. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
I had you turned up a little too loud there, buddy. My apologies. But we're set and ready to go, Justin. Caston is looking great. How are things at Lewis Cass, man?
Well, so Rochester just lost to Wabash the game before. So now, we're 12 minutes in. Well, we're 12 minutes left till game time. Winamac's warming up. Rochester fans are leaving. More fans are approaching to hit the stand. So it's starting to feel more and more like it. Anytime sectional play, you get goosebumps. I'm sure you and Coach Terry can relate to this. You get goosebumps. This is Christmas time in Indiana, man. I'm like a little kid. I'm probably getting stared at right now by just going up and down the sidelines, smiling, enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. And the funny thing is, I talked to Coach Springer right before the game. I'm like, hey, how much does it need to take if I stand right next to you during the huddles? He said no. I'm like, what about 20? He said no, make it 40. So I'm in the huddle by $40 out of my own pocket to stand next to Springer for the huddle. So you'll be getting real close play-by-play. Sideline. For the Winamac huddles tonight, Mitch. You're welcome.
Oh, man, Justin. That sounds like first class, man. I got to ask you, so your game has not gotten underway yet?
No, we are now 10:30 left. Clock's ticking away. Players are warming up, getting shots up, but we're still 10 minutes out, Mitch.
All right, Justin, we appreciate you. We'll make sure to get to you so we can get score updates for our listeners. Thanks for being there tonight.
Hey, Justin, I would tell you it was going to take more than $40 to be sitting next to me when I was coaching.
Hey, I was willing to go up to 100, Terry.
Now we're talking.
For this show.
All right, Jay, we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right, fellas.
All right.
That's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, on location at Lewis Cass High School. Man, everything is going according to plan tonight here on KVB's WKVI. We're the best in the area. What else do you expect? We're going to take a break and come back for our KVB Coaches Corner. We're going to hear from Brad Odom of the Trojans and Joe Smith of the Vikings after the break. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach Joe Smith of the North White Vikings as he come into sectional action tonight, Coach, against the West Central Trojans. Of course, you've seen them twice already. They got the better of you one game. You got the better of them the next. What has to happen tonight in order for you to get the better of them?
A lot of the same things that happened last time. We have to rebound the basketball. That's kind of been an Achilles heel for us all year. We have to make sure that we keep them off the offensive glass, and we can't turn the ball over. Go ahead.
No.
When we turn the ball over, we're upwards of 18, 19, 20 turnovers. It's just usually not good for us.
Is there anything in particular that you're looking to see from them, or you may be seeing on the floor from West Central that you've prepared for?
They got a couple guys. The Naniga kid's really good. We watched him a couple games ago. That he scored he's a junior, scored his 1,000th point. So, he's really good. Last time we made him take some tough shots, and we got to make him do that again tonight. He had 17 on us, and I thought, we were almost hanging on him then. So, we have to keep the ball out of his hands in the middle of the court. And then they got the Grindstaff kid out front that really hurt us the first time we played him. We did a better job on him last time, but we just have to make sure we continue to keep him in front of us and don't let him play horse out there.
Message to Viking Nation who may be listening tonight.
Hey, come out and support us. Root for the kids. They're playing hard. They don't want this to be their last game, right? Sectional. We've been in the sectional championship the last 3 years in a row. Haven't won it all 3 years, but we've been there, and the kids know that, and they expect to get back. So, looking for a good crowd from Viking Nation tonight.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
I'm here with head coach of the West Central Trojans, Brad Odom. Coach, you've seen North White a couple of times this season. One game went your way, the other game went their way. What needs to happen tonight so that it goes your way?
Well, we got to rebound first and foremost. We got to make sure we keep them off the boards. We've always been at a size disadvantage in the last couple of months. So if we can rebound, we have an opportunity to run. We play our best ball in transition. So if we can get out in space, that makes things easier for Brendan and Bryce to be able to get looks. It also allows Connor and Jaden to slash a little bit. So other than that, we've got to make sure that we handle some of their junk defenses. Last time they ran a triangle and 2 on us, so we'll be prepared if we see that tonight. And we got to be able to find ways to get Bryce the ball in scoring opportunities.
Message to Trojan Nation who may be listening tonight.
Hopefully they come out and see us play as hard as we can. We've always played with pride and passion, and we want to make sure that we find a way to win and get to that Friday night game against Caston, the home team.
Is there anything in particular that you've maybe switched up on your end tonight when you come in, or is it just business as usual?
As far as how we've prepared, we're going to throw a different look at them. Primarily we've been a zone trapping team, and we've got something up our sleeve for tonight to give them a little bit different look. Bottom line, in order to be successful against them, everything that they do centers around the hood boy. And, he's a 16, 17-point a game scorer, kind of rebounds. He does everything for him. So we've got to find ways to take him out of the game.
Coach, as always, I appreciate your time. Go get him.
All right, thanks.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out, because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park, with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School boys basketball sectional action, what are your keys to the game as a North White Viking?
Well, I tell you, I'm going to make it real easy. Mitch, it's the same way for both of them. It's one and done, so it's going to be get off to a quick start and take care of the basketball. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers will win this, and the other thing is rebounding. Whoever can control the boards better will win the game as well.
All right, now flip sides. If you're the head coach of West Central, what are you and your coaching staff's keys tonight?
Well, it's what they're going to do. You're going to see what North White is going to go against your scores. Are they going to go to that triangle too? Some of them junk defenses. You got to be able to adjust and get off to a good start. If they do that, and getting so he's able to slash and get through there and score at will like he usually does when he plays, it'd be a good night for West Central.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park, with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. We're taking a break. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Kankakee Valley RAMC is excited to announce that applications for their youth programs are now available. If you know a student in 6th grade or a junior in high school, encourage them to apply for Camp Kilowatt or Youth Tour to Washington, D.C. Our fun summer experiences are designed to ignite curiosity, foster leadership, and provide hands-on experiences. For high school seniors gearing up for college next fall, KVREMC is offering $8,000 in scholarships through the Operation Roundup program. Let KVREMC fuel your academic journey by providing the financial support you need. Are you ready to apply? The deadline is March 1st. Visit kvremc.com to get started.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
Welcome to the postseason from Caston High School. This is game number 34 of our Indiana High School basketball season as the West Central Trojans take on the North White Vikings in the quarterfinal round of Sectional 52. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in your area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer tonight at Caston High School is Chuck Evans. The scoreboard operator is Mike Buchkowski. In charge of the official scorebook tonight is Jeff Smith. Our officials for this evening are Ken Yacht, Kyle Hunt, and Travis Stevens, who I've been told is an eye doctor coach, so he should have good vision.
Yeah, we can't use the old the glasses on.
Out, yeah. We certainly appreciate Caston Athletic Director Trent Taco for setting us up with a fantastic meal tonight at the hospitality room and also setting us up here in the KVB booth here at Caston High School. The first time I've ever had a chance to broadcast from Caston. Courtside at Lewis Cass High School in Walton, Indiana, just south of Logansport, getting all the inside information from the Winamac versus North Miami Sectional 36 matchup is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. And here at Caston High School, up in the KVB booth, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have a two-time Indiana High School basketball state champion head coach as our sports analyst, Terry Minnick's coach. The only other area team in action tonight are the Winamac Warriors taking on North Miami. The Warriors 11-12 on the year, North Miami 3-19. Do the Warriors take care of business?
I think they do. I think they're, the experience. They beat them pretty handily that first time in that holiday tourney. So I think they'll get back to what they need to do, and they've adjusted to that, like Coach said, that junk defense, and I think you'll see come away with a W tonight.
Yeah, all of that lines us up for our game. Only two of our area teams in action tonight. The Culver Cavaliers start their sectional run tomorrow. You'll be able to catch that game on Max 98.3 FM. Everyone else is in the semifinal round. The Oregon Davis Bobcats are awaiting the winner of Marquette and Trinity Greenlawn. The Knox Redskins will take on Tippecanoe Valley this coming Friday. You'll be able to catch that on Max 98.3 FM. The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays are awaiting the winner of LaVille and Career Academy, and the South Central Satellites are awaiting the winner of Wheeler and Hebron. That's where we will be on Friday night to see the Blue Jays and South Central. And then the Tri-Township Tigers are awaiting the winner of DeMott Christian and Hammond Science and Tech. That game is happening tonight. So we'll see what happens, but only two of our area teams in action. It really kind of worked out for us, for our benefit, Coach. We can kind of cover more teams this way.
Well, for sure, but it's kind of amazing to have that many teams that you're covering, and only two of them are playing tonight. So it's kind of a odd, entity, I guess, that's going on, but it gives them a better chance. You only got to win one to get to the championship game, so I'm sure the coaches are pretty happy about that, and I'm sure a lot of them are out there scouting games tonight and tomorrow night for their Friday night contest.
Well, for the starters tonight, the Vikings of Monon, Indiana, starting at point guard, we're going to see Chris Anus. The two guard is Ephraim Denton. Starting at small forward is Dane Hood. At the 4 is Fernando Gomez. And at the 5 is Chandler Hood. For the Trojans of Francisville, Indiana, starting at point guard is Brendan Grindstaff. The 2 guard is Connor Marlatt. Starting small forward is Bryce Naniga. At the 4 is Jaden Miller, and at the 5 is Blake Hughes. That is our KVB starting lineups for tonight. As we remind you every morning to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School boys basketball sectional 52 action from Caston High School. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Well, Coach, not going to lie, opening night as sectionals is kind of a rough spot for me. Junior and senior year, we both lost in this game here tonight, and we had all the state thinking we were going pretty far. It really goes to show you can't throw this game out the window and just assume you're going to win in the opening round.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's one of them. I'm sure the coach, your coach at that time, was preaching to you that, hey, we have to play.
This happened last year. Don't happen again.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. But the thing is that's why Indiana basketball is so much fun. I mean, it's one of them things where, you've got to win, move on, lose, sit in the bleachers and watch them move on.
You're not kidding.
Here we go.
So our Web Printing JT Shirt Shack tip is up and away, and the West Central Trojans will control it. It's Brendan Grindstaff up at the top of the key. He now gets it over to Connor Marlatt. Looks like a man-to-man here from the Vikings. Connor Marlatt still taking his time, dribbling at the volleyball line, letting the play develop. Picks his dribble up, gets it to the left block. Tried to get it to Jaden Miller, and it's overthrown and out of bounds. An early turnover for the Trojans.
Actually, I think they were setting back in that triangle in 2. They were chasing.
Oh, doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing.
And that's exactly what head coach Brad Odom said they'd been preparing for. As here come the Vikings crossing half court. It's number 32 for the Vikings. That's Dane Hood. Now over to Chris Anus. He's up top. Grindstaff on him. And a reach-in foul will be called here, I believe, on Grindstaff.
Oh, I think it's Jaden Miller.
Yep, Jaden Miller with his first of the night. So an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the North White Vikings. Ephraim Denton to take it out. He finds number 11, Chris Anus, back up top. Driving in to the right block, number 52. Fakes once, puts up the second, no good. That's Chandler Hood, and rebounded by the Trojans. Still scoreless here as Connor Marlatt crosses half court, picks up his dribble, and they're calling a travel. A little anxious here in the early going.
Well, you're going to have that at the beginning of the sectional tournament. Nerves are still at bay right now. They're trying to work around them.
Vikings cross half court, now kick it to the near corner. Big time three on the way from number 15. Ephraim Denton is no good, and rebounded by Connor Marlatt. Here he comes, coast to coast off the right-handed layup. No good, rebounded by the Trojans. They get a second chance opportunity back out to Jaden Miller, and then a foul is called. I think the rebound was on Blake Hughes on the inside for the Trojans. Yes, Blake Hughes, and he kicks it out up top to Jaden Miller, and that's where the reach-in foul came from number 11, Chris Anus. Kicks it out up top, big time three. Jaden Miller on the way, no good. And the rebound is long, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be North White basketball. Neither team able to get some points on the board here.
West Central in full court, man-to-man.
Trying to create pressure as the Vikings get it into number 32, Dane Hood. Here comes Hood crossing the timeline. He's got Jaden Miller on him. Crosses between his legs, takes on Miller, backs out, crosses over. Far corner, it's Ephraim Denton, then hands back off to Hood. Here he comes, driving baseline, blocked by Bryce Naniga. And the West Central Trojans have it. Here comes Bryce. Now he's doubled in the far corner, spins around, the ball goes off the leg of a Viking, and it'll stay here.
You know, the bad thing about a triangle and 2 is it's tough to rebound out of. So hopefully West Central could take advantage of that, and when they are missing shots, they can get easy putbacks.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. The Trojans have it to Jaden Miller at the free throw line, and he drives in on Christopher Anise.
And that's going to be his second.
Number 11, Christopher Anise, his second.
So Annis checks out, and checking in will be Braylon Sipkima. Naniga kicks it out, far corner, Jaden Miller, 3, no good, and rebounded by Dane Hood. Here comes Dane. A whistle underneath.
Debris.
Yep, someone dropped their glasses here. So sideline out of bounds play for the Vikings here. Denton to take it out. Oh, almost stolen it is. Bryce Naniga got in there with the help of Jaden Miller, and here comes Naniga trying to get it to Hughes on the inside. Almost lost it. He saved it, but he threw it right to a Viking, and here come the Vikings. It's Hood trying to dump off to Chandler. No good. Stolen by Brendan Grindstaff, coast to coast. Right-handed layup is no good. And then a whistle on the inside.
Well, they stepped on the baseline.
So North White with a couple of turnovers here. The Trojans still looking for their first points of the night, as are the Vikings. It's 0-0 here with 5:24 to go in the first. Trojans get it into Miller. Then to the left block, Blake Hughes driving in, back out to Connor Marlatt. He drives baseline and he draws the foul.
That's going to be on Chandler Hood.
Number 52, Chandler Hood, his first, team's third. At the line, number 2, Connor Marlatt, shooting 2.
First free throw from Marlatt is good. Connor is shooting 45% from the free throw line this season. As Miller and Hughes will check out, we're going to also see Addison Huber and number 52 for the Trojans, Landon Hughes, check in. Marlatt's second free throw, up, away, and no good. Rebounded on the inside, though, by Landon Hughes, who just checked in. He's doubled on the right block. Tried to get it out to the far corner, and it's stolen by number 20, Braylon Sipkima. And here come the Vikings. Sipkima doubled, brings it back out. Naniga coming up from behind. No, back out. And he traveled. They got it over to Fernando Gomez, and he traveled right as he got it.
Well, we talked about getting off to a good start and whoever had the lowest amount of turnovers. And right now, nobody really wants to claim them.
No. So here come the Trojans. Marlatt kicks it over. Number 5, big time 3. Addison Huber, splash, 4-0. The Trojans lead here early. The Vikings bring it forward. Hood back over to Ephraim Denton. He then finds Gomez driving inside, back out. This is number 20, Braylon Sipkima. Then over to Hood. Try to get it inside, and no, it's stolen again by the Trojans. Here they come forward, back to Bryce Naniga, trying to drive baseline, creating space. Blocked from behind, my goodness. And here come the Vikings, and it's going to be a big time and one for number 32, Dane Hood, putting on a performance here.
Basket by Dane Hood was
And the foul's on Connor Marlatt.
Yeah, it'll be his first. So now at the line, number 32, Dane Hood couldn't get the three-point play to go. Gomez comes up with the rebound, but then he traveled. 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. The West Central Trojans lead North White 4-2. The Trojans have possession. It's Connor Marlatt bringing it forward, crossing half court here. And now they're going to call a foul on number 40, Gomez here. I think he thought it was on Bryce Naniga, but they're calling it on him.
North White's number 40, Fernando Gomez, his first.
So
a little bit, everybody was confused on that one.
So the Trojans will have it. Sideline out of bounds play. They kick it back court to Connor Marlatt, then back to number 5. Addison Huber back to Marlatt for 3. Big time 3. Connor Marlatt, 7-2. The Trojans lead by 5 here. Hood's going to bring it forward. Dane has it. Almost lost it, spinning around at the right elbow. And he gets it to Chandler Hood, then back out up top to Denton, then swings it over to Gomez. He traveled. And Trojan Nation is on their feet. You can hear them.
I think they got away with a earlier travel as well, so they got the second one. And that wasn't the guy that's the eye doctor.
So you can say what you want.
That's right.
The Trojans get it back up top. Connor Marlatt, another 3! Splash, baby! Back-to-back threes. Connor Marlatt, 10-2. The Trojans lead.
I'm surprised we didn't get a timeout there.
Hood, then back out to Denton. Inside to Chandler Hood at the right block. Then back out to Denton, near corner, doubled, puts up a shot from 16 feet, no good, long rebound, finds it to the hands of Dane Hood. Here he comes inside, off the glass, right-handed, no good, rebounded by Bryce Naniga. Naniga back to Connor Marlatt, and here comes Connor crossing the timeline. 2:35 to go in the opening quarter. It's Addison Huber, near corner, big time 3 on the way for number 52. That was Landon Hughes, no good, and rebounded by the Vikings. Vikings have it now. Inside to Hood. Oh, it's going to go off his leg, and it is. Oh, too low of a pass. He couldn't keep up with that one.
Well, like I said, I'm a little surprised we haven't had a timeout to try to calm them down a little bit. Everybody's kind of nerves still bothered them, even though West Central's off to a 10-2 start. But that's because Connor Marlatt hit 2 big threes.
Huge. There was a lid on the bucket for the majority of the first quarter, and then in the last minute or so, it's really popped off here. The Trojans have it off the turnover from the Vikings. Bryce Naniga up top. Thought about a 3, but no, he's got Gomez on him. He's attacking, going inside, and they call him for a travel. Eight turnovers for the Vikings, 7 for the Trojans unofficially is what I have down.
Alex Needler.
Vikings get it in. Dane Hood crosses the timeline. You can tell he is their man. He gets it into Chandler Hood, then back out to Gomez, going right inside. Blocked by Miller. They call him for a foul.
That's on Miller. That'll be his second. Yep.
So this sends Gomez to the line to shoot 2. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What's going on at the Winamac game, Justin?
We got a crazy one right now. So far, 2:20 left in the first quarter. The Warriors are down 12-9. It looks like the North Miami Warriors got off the bus and chucked a bunch of monsters, and they just have more energy right now than the Warriors. But, they're kind of fortunate that the lead isn't more than what it is. Jake Riley for North Miami, who averages nearly 18 points. He has 7 at this time. So they're focusing on containing him for the rest of this half and the rest of the game, really. But Warriors down by 3 with 2 minutes left.
All right, thanks, Justin. On location, that's our sideline reporter getting all the inside information from the Winamac Warriors matchup. But back in our game, both free throws were missed by Gomez, and then tracking the rebound down was Connor Marlatt. He was fouled, and now he goes to the line to shoot 2. His first is no good. Interesting play here. Tough situation for the Warriors, but in our game here, the Trojans are looking very good here. Second free throw from Marlatt is good. 11-2 now, 1:30 to go here in the first. The Vikings bring it forward. It's number 20, Braylon Sipkema. Gets it to the right elbow. Chandler Hood, then back out to Sipkema. Deep 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by Bryce Staniga. He's having a night. And he gets it to Connor Marlatt, pushing it forward. Oh, my goodness, through the hands of number 35. That's Blake Hughes. He saved it. Back to Bryce Staniga, inside to Addison Huber. And a foul is called as Huber will go to the line to shoot 2.
The foul's on Chandler Hood. That's his second.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We certainly thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping being part of this wonderful tradition. First free throw is good from Huber. Second up away and is good as well. Addison Huber, 57% free throw shooter. He hits both of them here. As crossing the timeline is Ephraim Denton. 1 minute to go here in the opening quarter, 13-2. This is a much different ball game than they saw a week and a half ago. They get it to Gomez. Naniga on him, then back up to Denton. Man-to-man from the Trojans. They then get it over to number 5. That is Alex Needler, who checked in a few moments ago. Up top the Hood here, Dane has it. Connor Marlatt on him, takes the pick, drives left, going baseline, back out to Gomez, stolen by Blake Hughes. Here come the Trojans, pushing it forward to Connor Marlatt. Marlatt, far corner, Addison Huber, back up top, Brendan Grindstaff going inside. Near corner now, it's Bryce Staniga. Picks up his dribble at the left elbow, back out to Brendan Grindstaff, then back out, Connor Marlatt, 3! No good, and rebounded on the inside by Alex Needler. Dane Hood to bring it across the timeline. Now he's attacking Connor Marlatt, puts up a wild shot. They're going to call a foul there, Coach.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Blake Hughes. That's his first.
Stops the clock at 3.7 seconds to go here in the first. 13-2. It's been all Trojans.
The kind of odd thing is for the Trojans, they've got 3 baskets. They've all been 3 in the rest of their points. The other 4 are from the free throw line.
That is true. So now they're having a conversation here. They're going to give it to Brendan Grindstaff.
Wow. Ooh, okay.
So an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Vikings. Braylon Sipkema to take it out. He slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Inside to Gomez, off the glass. They finally get something to go through other than a free throw, as that will be the end of the first quarter. 13-4. Our West Central Trojans are looking pretty good. We're going to take a break and come back. Second quarter action is coming your way. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Today's Today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894. Ask for our good friends Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. We go to the second quarter. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix. It's Indiana High School boys basketball sectional action here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Oh, pretty good first quarter for the Trojans, Coach.
Oh, for sure. We talked about, whoever leads the rebounds, which is Trojans. They have 7-4, and whoever has the fewest turnovers, and we have them for 8-7, and the Trojans have the least amount there. So, and they score. The main thing is they're leading 13-4.
They're getting the ball in the bucket, and the Vikings are having trouble here. But to start the second, they have the ball. It's Ephraim Denton. He gets it. Up top now to Dane Hood, over to Gomez. Oh, nice play. Back to Dane, and he lost it. It goes out of bounds. Interesting.
A very well-executed play, just kind of couldn't handle the pass a little bit.
So off the turnover, the Trojans have it. Things are looking good here early on, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's Connor Marlatt kicking it over to Addison Huber. He finds it to Bryce Naniga. Then back out, Connor Marlatt, wide open three, splash! Connor Marlatt is showing up big time for the Trojans. 3 threes in this first half.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 for 4. I mean, he's shooting the ball extremely well.
Well, they're hovering over Naniga, guarding him so well. It's created opportunities for Marlatt. As here's another steal by Brendan Grindstaff coming forward off the glass, and he draws the foul. He's got a motor on him. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here, the freshman.
Brendan did a real nice job, first of all, getting the steal, and the second thing, just attacking the basket and forcing them to foul him.
Grindstaff, 68% free throw shooter on the year as he steps up to the line. The first one is up, away, and it is good. As tonight's game is also sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. Checking out is Addison Huber and number 35, Blake Hughes for the Trojans. As there's the second free throw is missed, and fighting for the rebound was Landon Hughes, who just checked in a moment ago for one of those two. Also Jaden Miller back out there for the Trojans. And now we have a timeout.
Coach Smith won a 30-second timeout. They don't want this to get away. I mean, it's 17-4. They've got to, figure it out real soon, or this could get away pretty easily.
Well, let's take this opportunity to check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, on location for the Winnemac Warriors at Lewis Cass High School. Justin, any update on the Warriors?
Well, right now, fellas, we got about 5:30 left in the second quarter. Winnemac is still down 23-14. Right now, Jake Riley, the guy who averages almost 18 points a game, he is having himself a night. He has 15 right now, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Wow.
Coach Springer, he's trying to do his best just on the bench, screaming at his players to contain him. Right now, he's getting everything he wants right now. So if they want a shot to win this game, they got to do a better job of containing Riley.
All right, Jay, we'll keep getting back to you here in a little bit. We appreciate the update. Is back in our game. The Trojans are having their way, 17-14. So one of the Pulaski County's teams is having their way right now, as the Trojans have a good spot here on the far side of the floor. Oh, man, the Vikings got out of it. It's Gomez now, handing back over to Dane Hood.
It's 17-4, not 14.
Oh, 17-4, thank you. So much going on in my head. Rebounded by Connor Marlatt, and here he comes, pushing it forward. Back to Jaden Miller, far corner. Inside to Bryce Naniga at the right block. Turn around. No good. Rebounded inside by Landon Hughes. Back out to Grindstaff. Oh, it's stolen by Dane Hood. Here comes Dane, crossing half court. Between his legs, Marlatt on him, almost threw it away. Saved, though, by number 5. That's Alex Needler inside to number 20, Braylon Sipkema. And on the turnaround shot from the post, a foul is called.
It's going to be on Brendan. That's his second.
So now at the line, it's number 20, Braylon Sipkema. He's a 58% free throw shooter on the year. He hits the first of 2. Second one from Sipkema. And it is good. 17-6. 6:20 to go here in the second. The Trojans lead. It's Brendan Grindstaff crossing half court, looking for somebody. Crossing over, then back up top to Connor Marlatt. Swings it over to Jaden Miller. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out up top to Connor Marlatt. Marlatt having a night, takes it inside, has space, and he draws the foul. They're doing a good job of getting to the line.
Oh, for sure. They're attacking the basket, doing a real nice job. And that foul's going to be on Alex Needler. That's his second.
So with Connor Marlatt at the line, we thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. First free throw is good from Connor Marlatt. As now we'll see Brendan Grindstaff. Or no, excuse me, he's already in. Number 11, Christopher Annis. Christopher Annis. He just checked in, and checking out was another Viking. Second free throw from Marlatt is good.
I tell you, Marlatt is having a game for him. He's leading them in scoring, got 4 rebounds to go with it, a couple steals.
Vikings cross half court. They get it to Gomez, far corner now. It's number 5 with it, Alex Needler. Landon Hughes all over him, and they call him for a foul.
That's going to be his first.
Fouls on West Central's number 52, Landon Hughes, his first. Team second.
So out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Vikings. It's Braylon Sipkema to take it out. He gets it to Dane Hood at the right block. Connor Marlatt pulls the chair. The ball goes loose. Oh, man, they are saying last touched by the Trojans. I think Trojan Nation saw it a different way.
That is the eye doctor.
He saw, hey, he's got 20/20 vision, I'm sure. So we'll go with it as the Vikings have possession here, down by 13. 19-6, how's my math? Stolen, Jaden Miller on the floor. Dane Hood saves it.
Travel.
Oh, over and back. So, off the turnover, the Trojans will have it here with 5:31 to go. They lead, like I said, 19-6 here with 5:30 to go in the first half. You see head coach Brad Odom looking on, calling to play. It's a sideline out of bounds play. They get it to the near corner. Bryce Daniga back up top to Connor Marlatt. Marlatt attacking, goes right, pulls it back out far corner. Now over to Brendan Grindstaff. Extended wing, pulls it back out to the volleyball line. Grindstaff taking on Dane Hood. Spins twice, gets inside, and he draws the foul on Dane Hood. He's going to go to the line here to shoot 2.
That'll be second foul on Dane Hood.
Fouls on Northwest number 32, Dane Hood, his second. At the line, shooting 2, Brendan Grindstaff.
So at the line is Brendan Grindstaff. First of 2 is no good. Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Grindstaff's second free throw is good, making it 20-6. 5:11 to go here in the first half. The Vikings have it. Bringing it forward is Christopher Annis. Gets it over to number 20, Braylon Sipkema. Then back up top to Dane Hood. Swings it over to Gomez.
Oh, tried to run that same play.
They tried, and I don't think Hood was on the same page.
No, Coach Odom said that you asked him about what kind of changes he was going to have, and he talked about we're going to have changes. We're usually a zone trapping team. They went to this man-to-man, and they've done a really good job in this man-to-man, and they've really confused the Vikings all night.
You can tell. They were not prepared for this style of West Central Trojan basketball. Adapting well are the Trojans, as here's Jaden Miller getting inside off the glass, right-handed layup. They got it to him in the post, and he made it happen. 22-6.
That's their first 2 of the game.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Oh, stolen by Bryce Naniga. He picked the pocket. He gets it back to Connor Marlatt. Here comes Connor feeling good at the left elbow. Pops
I would
it.
find him. He's hot.
No good. Rebounded by Alex Needler of the Vikings. And here come the Vikes. Anise taking on Grindstaff. Dump off the number 5. Needler, no good, and rebounded by Marlatt. Ooh, gets it back to Grindstaff. Almost had a double dribble happen. Grindstaff tried to get it inside. It's swatted. Saved, though, by Landon Hughes. Back out. Connor Marlatt for 3. No good. Rebounded by Jaden Miller on the inside. Miller asserting his dominance on the floor now. Several individuals, and they're calling a foul here.
It's on Jaden Miller.
Yeah, they're calling it.
It's going to be his third.
So Jaden Miller will have to check out here. Checking in for him is number 5, Addison Huber. The Vikings have it, bringing it forward. Pushes it up to Anise. And a timeout by North White. They want to have a chat here.
I'm just surprised on how confused they are. It's a man-to-man full-court press, and all you need to do in that man-to-man is get it to your point guard and tell everybody else to clear out. They're not even running and jumping, but for some reason the Vikings are throwing the ball all over the gymnasium.
It's almost like they were prepared to see a different
a run and jump,
and now that they're not seeing it,
right.
It's kind of throwing them for a loop. Very interesting, but the West Central Trojans are looking very good here, 22-6. With 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's see if the Warriors are doing any better here. Justin, do you have a report for us?
Yeah, the Warriors are clawing back. The intensity is being a little bit higher now for the white team, Winamac team. It is 25-23. They are still down by 2 with 1 minute left in this first half.
Thank you, Justin. It looks like the Warriors are fighting back, Coach.
Sounds good. Bring it home, Justin.
Well, I don't know if you heard on the Saturday Sports Line, but head coach Mike Springer said if they lose, that he's going to request we fire Justin Ruff. Back out, Ephraim Denton, big-time 3, no good. Caught some air, rebounded by Addison Huber. Spinning around now, it's Brendan Grindstaff crossing half court. Here comes Grindstaff, steps back between his legs, back up top to Connor Marlatt. Boy, if you can look at Brendan Grindstaff, you really have to look twice to realize he's a freshman. Far corner, Addison Huber. Back up top to Marlatt. He's driving inside, has space off the glass, no good. Rebounded inside by Landon Hughes. Back to Bryce Naniga. Inside, he split the defenders, and Bryce Naniga, he has been trying to get on the board all night.
Yeah, they've done a nice job defensively. He's got to kind of let the game come to him. He'll get his points. I mean, once they start worrying about everybody else here.
First free throw is up and good from Bryce Naniga. Spring into summer and join Culver's Portside Marina for their in-house boat show Friday, March 15th through Sunday, March 17th. Free food, drinks, and giveaways will be going on the entire weekend. As we're back in action, the Vikings have it off the free throw from Bryce Naniga driving inside. It's Hood. Dump off to his other Hood. And a foul will be called, sending Chandler Hood to the line.
It's going to be on Addison Hubert. That's his first.
Fouls on Trojans number 5, Addison Hubert, his first. Shooting 2, Chandler Hood.
Free throw from Chandler Hood is good. Second free throw from Hood on the way, and it is good as well. 24-8 now. The Trojans lead with 2:50 to go here in the first half. Huber for the Trojans crosses half court. He gets it over to Connor Marlatt, then back up top to Huber. Addison Huber with the ball, taking on Needler, almost lost it. On the floor is Dane Hood. He steals it. He then gets it back to Needler, and here come the Vikings. Oh, it's stolen back by Addison Huber. Now over to Connor Marlatt. Trying to test out Dane Hood here. Step back, picks up his dribble, back to Addison Huber. Driving right, back out to the corner. It's Connor Marlatt. Last 2 minutes here of the first half. Deep three, Connor Marlatt. No good. Rebounded by Bryce Naniga. No. Saved by the Vikings. It falls to the hands of Chandler Hood, and Hood gets it back to his brother, I assume, Brendan Hood. Or no, excuse me, Dane Hood. There's a lot of Hoods on this team. Dane crosses half court. He gets it to number 11, Christopher Anise, and then they try to get it inside. Last touch, they say, by the Trojans.
No, I think they're going to call foul on Landon Hughes.
Oh.
It's going to be his second.
At the line, shooting 2, Chandler Hood.
So Chandler Hood will go to the line to shoot 2 here. The first is up away, and it is no good. Sipkema will check in for the Vikings, and checking out is Alex Needler. And now we have a timeout on the floor. We have a very important score update we need to get on the air. Let's check in with Justin Ruff. Justin, what's the score at the end of the first half in your game?
Yeah, end of the first half, Mitch, and it is tied 25-25. Winnemac really surged there at the last couple minutes of that second quarter. Again, like I said, the energy was a little bit more, ending that second half. But, they still got to do a better job. They on the defensive end, they struggled. They threw a couple of things at them, 2-3, 3-2, and man. But they, North Miami, they have some good play sets against a 2-3. So we'll see what their defense looks like, their energy looks like in the second half.
Yeah, still a minute 48 to go here in our halftime break. You suppose we may be able to get a word with Mike Springer at halftime, Jay?
I'm sorry, what you broke up on me a little bit, Mitch. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said we still got a minute 48 of our second quarter to go. If time lines up, we may be able to get a word with Mike Springer. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm always down for that. He's a good speaker. I like talking to him.
Well, make your way over, see if you can get a word with him, and text me, and we'll see if we can make that happen. We've got a minute 48 to go here in our quarter, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, Justin Ruff on location at Lewis Cass High School for the Winnemac Warriors. We'll see if we can get a word with head coach Mike Springer at their halftime. We've still got a minute 48 to go in our half. 24-8, the West Central Trojans lead. Hood's second free throw is no good. Rebounded inside. He got his own rebound. Missed the putback and rebounded by Bryce Naniga. Naniga, full court pressure from the Vikings. He picks up his dribble. He motions Marlatt to come to him. Marlatt does. He gets it back to Marlatt. Then Marlatt almost lost it, and they call him for a full 10 seconds. The pressure was on from the Vikings. Unofficially, I have West Central for 10 turnovers, 15 for North White. And inside, the Vikings get a couple points to go through, making it 24-10. Hood made it happen and rebounded by the Trojans. It's Brendan Grindstaff going inside, dump off, far corner. It's Bryce Naniga, no good from 15. They rebound it, though. It's number 35, Blake Hughes, who gets it back to Addison Huber. Swings it over to Brendan Grindstaff. Deep three on the way. Grindstaff, no good, too hard. Rebounded again by Landon Hughes. Oh, and he threw it right to Dane Hood. An unfortunate turnover there. Here comes Hood, pushing it forward, far corner. It's Ephraim Denton back up top. Number 11, Christopher Anise to the left elbow. Then inside to Chandler Hood. It's blocked by the smallest guy on the floor, Brendan Grindstaff. If there were bleachers, it'd have been sent to about the 10th row.
He's got hops.
He can get up for a freshman. I mean, he is playing amazing minutes. The last couple of games we've seen the Trojans. Brendan Grindstaff is the future. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. The Vikings kick it out up top. It's Anise. Hands off, Dane Hood up top. 35 seconds to go. Goes right off the glass. No good, but he draws the foul on Landon Hughes.
On Blake Hughes.
Number 35, Blake Hughes, his first. At the line, shooting 2.
So now at the line, shooting 2. is Dane Hood. Dane, a 6'3 senior. Leads the team in points per game. He airballs the first of 2 free throws. .8 seconds to go here in this first half. 24-10, the Trojans lead. Second free throw from Hood is good, making it 24-11. The Vikings' full court pressure is on. Grindstaff looking to beat it up to Connor Marlatt. Marlatt splits the defenders. He loses it, but a foul will be called.
See who he gives this to. Gonna give it to Christopher Annis. That's his third.
So yeah, this will send Connor Marlatt to the line to shoot 2. Both teams have 5 fouls in this quarter with Marlatt at the line here.
He's already been there 6 times tonight.
Jeez. First one's up, away, and good. As tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Second free throw from Marlatt is good. Last 28 seconds here of the first half. Hood crossing the timeline. Gets inside, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Chandler Hood. His putback is no good. Dane Hood gets a tip back to go. Last 14 seconds here. Marlatt pushes it forward to Addison Huber. Last 10 seconds. Huber going inside, picks up his dribble. A foul will be called on the right block. As let's go ahead and check in with Justin Ruff. He has head coach Mike Springer. Justin.
All right, Coach, a little bit of a rocky start in the beginning, but I saw you do some yelling, getting the team more intensified. So what are your adjustments going in the second half now?
Well, we got to be up on the guy coming off the ball screen. We're giving him too many options. We need to give them one option, and then that's our option. I think we got to attack the basket on the offensive end and get to the free throw line as well as get to the basket on our drives.
Awesome. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, that's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, live and on location for the Winamac Warriors at Lewis Cass High School, as the first free throw, or both free throws were good, I believe.
First was missed, the second one was
First
made.
was missed, second one was made, and now a whistle here at the end, right before the end of the first half here. The officials are going to come together. I think they're going to give some time here on the clock, potentially. A foul is called.
It's going to be on Addison Huber, that's his second.
So with less than 10 seconds to go in the first half, Hood takes it coast to coast, pops a 3, and draws the foul. So Dane Hood will now shoot 3, and they're having the players come back out onto the floor. I think they put .2. So they put .2 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Dane Hood is at the line. And he misses the first one. Hood comes into tonight as a 75% free throw shooter. He's been a little rattled here in this first half. Second free throw up, away, and it is good. He'll get one more because it was a deep 3 he tried. We'll see here. Third free throw, in and out, no good. And that will be the end of the first half. 27-14, the West Central Trojans lead the North White Vikings. For sideline reporter Justin Ruff, our sports analyst Terry Minix, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at Knox, North Judson, and Culver. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, I'd like to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Here's Mitch Columbi.
27-14 is the score as the West Central Trojans lead the North White Vikings here in Sectional 52. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. I am accompanied here at Caston High School by our sports analyst Terry Minix. Coach, what'd you see in that first half you liked?
Well, I like the man-to-man that Coach Odom put on them. I think it did kind of startled them, or just got them out of a rhythm that because I'm sure they practiced against a run and jump son of a zone defense. But the nice thing that you're going to see out of the score page is they were 12 of 16. West Central was 12 of 16 from the free throw line. So they shot extremely well from there. They were attacking the basket and getting opportunities to get to the line. And then on the other side, the Vikings were only 6 of 14 from the line. And the thing we talked about, Mitch, was rebounds and taking care of the basketball. And I think West Central has the least amount of turnovers right now, and they're leading 16-8 on the boards as well. So they're doing everything they need to do. I think the last couple minutes, Coach Odom was probably not overly thrilled. They kind of got out of sync, a couple dumb little things that it was one of them. They, just lost their composure a little bit, and they were able to get a little bit closer and cut this lead to 13. But still, going in the locker room with a 13-point lead, West Central's pretty doggone happy.
Yeah, you got to be happy. And just to touch base on your turnovers, I have North White down unofficially for 15 turnovers, the Trojans with 11. So it's just been that kind of game, really, where it's really kind of scrappy. It's just the Vikings haven't really been able to get points on the board.
No, but the reason for that is that man-to-man has really done a really nice job, and it's kind of taken them out of sync. And I think they've done a good job on the help side. They, like I say, offensively, have done a great job of attacking the basket. When you go to the free throw line 16 times in a half, the other team obviously is fouling a lot, but you're attacking the basket, and that's what I'm sure Coach Odom wanted, and they did a nice job of that.
Well, we had an opportunity to talk with head coach of the Winamac Warriors, Mike Springer, at their half, as we have our sideline reporter Justin Ruff on location at Lewis Cass High School. Only two of our area teams in action tonight for sectionals, and that is the West Central Trojans here at Caston High School and the Winamac Warriors there at Lewis Cass as they're taking on North Miami. The Warriors fought all the way back in the second quarter. They were down at the end of the first, Coach, 15-11. They fought all the way back 25-25. And let's just catch up with Justin Ruff here to see what he saw in the first half, and also maybe the third quarter is already underway. Justin, how are things going at Lewis Cass?
It is underway, Mitch. I think we've got 4:45 left in the third quarter. Winamac Warriors, they have taken the lead now, and they just added on to it by John Malco hitting the three. The score now is Winamac 33, North Miami 27. North Miami just called a timeout because the Winamac Warriors are starting to turn it on and bring the intensity that they were missing in the first half, fellas.
We love to hear it, Justin. Appreciate you being there tonight as the Warriors are turning it on now, Coach, turning it on.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Just took a little bit of a reminding by the coach. Hey, guys, it's sectional time, baby. We've got to get things rolling. We were talking about the Vikings. It's kind of something you look on the stats here. They've only got 4 baskets, and they all have been twos. And the West Central Trojans have 5 threes alone. So that's the big difference in the game. They don't have a 3.
Yeah.
They're not getting to the free throw line. So I'm sure you're going to hear Coach Smith at halftime. I'm sure he's in there letting them know we've got to start attacking the basket a little bit more and getting out on their shooters.
Well, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660. They've been serving the local area since 1936.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue the tradition. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show continues 27-14. The West Central Trojans lead the North White Vikings.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana High School basketball on 99.3 FM. The Valley.
Back at Caston High School, Mitch Columbi along with sports analyst Terry Minix. The West Central Trojans had a very good first half as they start the second half with the ball, 27-14. Our only other area team in action tonight are the Winamac Warriors, and it looks like they started their third quarter off very strong. We'll catch up with our sideline reporter Justin Ruff, who is on location at Lewis Cass High School here in a little bit. But back in action to start the third quarter, it's the Trojans fighting it to Brendan Grindstaff for three, and they call him for a foul. No good, but he will go to the line to shoot three here.
Not sure if they called that after the shot. Yep, calling it after.
So it was on the floor. It was a close call, that is for sure. As here's a sideline out of bounds play for the Trojans. Marlatt gets it in. Here comes the double now. Dane Hood up top with Anise. Connor gets out of it, spins around, then gets it to Brendan Grindstaff. Grindstaff over to Jaden Miller. To the right elbow, it's Bryce Naniga. Inside, back out to Naniga. Here comes the help. Swings it over to Grindstaff. Far corner, Connor Marlatt. 3. Yes, sir. Connor Marlatt. He's having a night. 30-14 now. The Trojans are in control.
I have him for 17 points thus far. Go along with his 5 rebounds.
Ooh, stolen back by Brendan Grindstaff. Here he comes, coast to coast, taking on Anise. Off the glass is no good, and rebounded by Gomez of the Vikings. Dane Hood to bring it forward now. Kicks it over to Anise, inside to Chandler Hood. Hood through the baseline, back out to Gomez. Gomez up top to Chandler Hood now at the left block. Swings it out up top. Anise for 3. No good, and rebounded by Landon Hughes. Back to Connor Marlatt. Marlatt gets it to Bryce Naniga. Naniga back to Marlatt now. Marlatt swings it over to far corner, Brendan Grindstaff. Grindstaff back near us. It's Connor Marlatt up top to Jaden Miller. Marlatt back to Miller. Pops the 3. No good. Rebounded by Landon Hughes on the inside. His putback is blocked by Gomez. And then it's saved by Chandler Hood, but then he lost it. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Vikings. It'll stay here.
I think I'd be finding Connor right now. He's hot right now tonight. He's got everything going.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Marlatt to take it out. Kicks it up top to Hughes. Then hands off to Grindstaff. Grindstaff back over. This is Marlatt. Near corner now to Landon Hughes. Back up top to Marlatt. Marlatt swings it over to Miller. Then back over to Marlatt. Then inside to Hughes. Back out to Marlatt. Why not? Why not? Oh. To the right elbow. Bryce Naniga back out. Connor Marlatt. Why not? Big time 3 is no good, and rebounded by Gomez for the Vikings. Here they come.
That was a good possession.
And then inside, a charging foul will be called.
Oh, he teed the coach, Coach Smith.
So they are going to give a technical foul to head coach Joe Smith of the North White Vikings. He didn't like the call at all.
No, kind of lowered his shoulder a little bit. The foul's going to be on Dane Hood, which is his 3rd. Bryce Nanigan going to go to the line shooting the technicals.
And Naniga's at the line. His first one is no good. His second free throw, up away. And that one is good. Score update from Doug Griffiths at Max 98.3 FM. John Glenn beats Culver Academy 47-41. Interesting score update there. We appreciate Doug Griffiths at Max 98.3 FM. But back in our game here on WKVI, the West Central Trojans have the lead 31-14. Almost stolen by Anise. And they are saying it was last touched by Jaden Miller.
Yeah.
So a turnover for the Trojans. Unfortunate there. On the other end of the floor, it's Gomez up top to Anise. Spinning around on Connor Marlatt, and he draws the foul on Connor.
It's going to be the 2nd on Connor.
Trojan foul number 2, Connor Marlatt is 2nd. Shooting 2 for the Vikings, number 11, Christopher Ennis.
So at the line, shooting 2 is Anise, and we have a score update from Justin Ruff. We'll get to him in a moment. Don't worry, Jay, we're working on you. As then a missed second free throw is a long rebound. The Trojans track it down and throw it off the leg of a Viking.
Going to this full court.
Yeah.
They're going to do a zone trap.
Vikings go full court, picking up Brendan Grindstaff. It's Anise behind his back, feeling good. Up to Connor Marlatt, crosses half court to Landon Hughes. Back up top, Grindstaff pops the 3, top of the key, no good, too short. But these are the moments he will remember being this young as a freshman, Coach.
Yeah, and he looked over at Coach Odom and said, "My bad."
Well, but it's these moments you learn from.
That's right.
Getting I can't speak. Getting this many minutes as a freshman in a varsity sectional basketball game, that's something to talk about. As Dane Hood driving baseline, dump off the Chandler Hood, almost lost it on the ground now, and they're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay here. North White Viking basketball.
Another turnover.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. This is Ephraim Denton getting it out to the far corner. Dane Hood back up top to Ephraim. Taking on Jaden Miller, then hands off. Dane Hood, floater, no good. Rebounded by Brendan Grindstaff, pushes it forward to Bryce Daniga. Here comes Bryce, up, right-handed layup, in and out, no good. He fights for the rebound, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans.
You know, Bryce is struggling a little bit tonight, but he's playing great defense, doing everything he needs to do. And, I mean, as a West Central Trojan, you got to be happy just because you're winning by 17 and your best player hasn't even really got the opportunity.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, yeah.
Stolen by Brendan Grindstaff on the inbounds pass from the Vikings. He gets the put back to go. 33-14, and now another steal by the Trojans. Connor Marlatt gets it, but he threw it right to Chandler Hood for a turnover by the Trojans, and now a whistle on the inside.
There's a lot happening on that one. That's going to be on Brendan. That's going to be his third. Oh, they called it on Miller.
Yeah, so Miller will have to check out, and checking in is number 35, Blake Hughes for the Trojans, and now we have a timeout on the floor. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, who has a score update from the Winamac Warriors versus North Miami game. Justin.
What's up, fellas? We're about 2 minutes into this fourth quarter now. Warriors are still ahead. Winamac Warriors. They're up 40-35, and they currently have the ball, and they just missed. So North Miami has the ball now. They're down by 5 with 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
It sounds like the Warriors have woken up here in the second quarter and so on. Am I correct in saying that, Justin? Are they looking like their normal selves?
Right, the Winamac Warriors. You got to be careful with that, Mitch.
Well, I'm going to say the Warriors are going to win.
The Winamac Warriors.
There you go.
North Miami's called the Warriors, too.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. Hey, I guess so far so good. From the Saturday Sports Line, head coach Mike Springer said if things don't go the Warriors' way tonight, he may be calling in for your resignation, Jay.
Right, and that's why there's some pressure here. I'm sweating a little bit. I like this job, fellas.
You might want to back off that $40. Tell him you'll pay him. Pay him another $40. Be 80.
I know. I gotta slip him something.
All right, Jay. We appreciate your report. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so back in action, it's the North White Vikings with possession. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. They kick it up top to number 20. That is Braylon Sipkema. Oh, they threw it away. They got it over to Anise. And Anise tried to get it back to Sipkema, and Sipkema drove inside. So they threw it away for another turnover. Here come the Trojans. It's Connor Marlatt crossing half court back to Brendan Grindstaff. 3:50 to go here in the third. Over to Landon Hughes. Back up top to Brendan. Then hands off to Connor Marlatt. Back over to Landon Hughes. Swings it over. Grindstaff. Taking on Dane Hood between his legs. Up top to Connor Marlatt now. Marlatt.
Ooh, that's offensive, yep.
So an offensive foul by the Trojans.
It's going to be his third. Trying to set a screen, just kind of leaned into him.
The Vikings get it in. Full court pressure from the Trojans, it seems. As Hood will cross the timeline to Gomez, far corner. Back out to Dane Hood. Hood taking on Connor Marlatt. Pops it from 17, far corner. No good, and rebounded inside by Landon Hughes. Oh, he threw it right to go. Oh, he saved it. He saved it. Back to Brendan Grindstaff. Skip pass stolen by Dane Hood. He got his hand in the passing lane. Hood pops the three as he crosses the timeline. No good. And rebounded by Connor Marlatt. Marlatt back to Brendan Grindstaff. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. 33-14. The Trojans lead. Grindstaff getting into the paint. Floater. No good. Rebounded by Bryce Naniga. No foul called. Saved by Hughes. His putback's no good. Trojan Nation wanted a foul. And now we finally have a whistle as Blake Hughes, excuse me. His glasses come off, but it'll stay Viking basketball here.
Ooh. A lot of contact.
Very much so. I haven't had my eyes checked, though, in a while.
I know a guy.
I know, yeah. He's right there.
Yeah.
Hood crosses the timeline. 2:30 to go here in the third. Dane Hood has space, pops the three. Oh, he can't get it to go. Rebounded inside by Chandler Hood. His putback is called off. It's on the floor here.
Blake Hughes.
Yep, Blake Hughes, his second of the night. So out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Vikings. Ready to take it out. They do. To the right block, Chandler Hood out to Gomez, drives inside. Fernando Gomez draws the foul on Blake Hughes again. So this will put Gomez at the line to shoot two as Kankakee Valley REMC, a membership cooperative, is the local electric utility serving over 18,000 homes and businesses across Lake, Porter, Stark, Pulaski, Marshall, and St. Joseph counties. Dedicated to the community through a mission of service, trust, and innovation, KVREMC is dedicated to ensuring the needs of the community are met with reliability and excellence. Second free throw up away from Gomez. And he missed them both. Oh, man, tracking it down was Blake Hughes, and he touched it last. It's going to stay here. Oh, man. So the Vikings get bailed out for another possession here, as taking it out is Braylon Sipkema underneath their own basket for the Vikings. Looking for somebody. Gets it to the right block. Chandler Hood, turn around, gets it to go from the post, and he comes up hobbled. And they're going to call the play dead. He must have rolled his ankle pretty good. He is hobbled pretty bad.
Ooh.
As he's going to have to come out, and checking in is Anise for him. So now the inside got a lot smaller. 33-16 is the score, as the Trojans push it too hard, too fast, and a turnover. They're picking up full court here. The Vikings will bring it forward across the timeline. It's Anise. Step back, block three, Bryce Naniga. Here he comes, one-on-one, and he gets the end one!
And they give it.
Bryce Naniga blocks the three-point shot by Chris Anise.
That's one way to get your game going right there. Put a block, get a breakaway, get it the old-fashioned.
Well, our crowd mic picked up the swat. And then Bryce Naniga takes it coast to coast. Couldn't get the three-point play to go. And now they call a foul on Landon Hughes. He hit the deck hard on his knees, and then the rebounding Viking fell on top of Hughes, and they call the foul on Hughes for being in the rebounder's way.
That was pretty well what happened.
I don't know how else to explain it. Sometimes I wonder, how do you come up with things to say? Hood's free throw is no good.
Hood has struggled from the line tonight. 2 for 8.
Yeah, he has not played his normal self from what we read on the stat sheet in the pregame at all. First free throw's no good, second is no good, and now a whistle again.
Another foul. This one's going against the Vikings, though. Not sure who called that on.
So, yeah, this is going to send Bryce Naniga to the foul line. As we have a few moments here to catch our breath, let's check in with sideline reporter Justin Ruff from the Winamac North Miami game. Justin, what's the score?
We have 48 Winamac. North Miami with 43. Just under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The crowd and fans are starting to get more into it. It's getting more intense. But it's a good one here in Lewis Katz.
Yeah, it looks like the Winamac Warriors are doing very well, as that's our sideline reporter on location, Justin Ruff, giving us up-to-date information in that Warrior battle. But back in our game, Bryce Naniga is at the free throw line. He missed the first, missed the second, fight for the rebound now, and they're going to call a jump ball. That means it'll stay here, West Central Trojan basketball. It was a fight between number 15, Ephraim Denton, and number 35, Blake Hughes. Good job by Blake to get his hand on the basketball. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Connor Marlatt to take it out. Here comes Blake Hughes and Landon Hughes to talk with head coach Brad Odom to get the play.
This has really been a long third quarter.
I know. I didn't want to say it. Well, the Warriors game's already almost over. We started at the same time. So there's some sweat in the paint as they wipe that up, and we're back in action. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Connor Marlatt near corner to Brendan Grindstaff. Pulls it back out up top with Dane Hood on him. Smart play by the freshman. He hands off to Connor Marlatt. Here comes Connor taking on Ephraim Denton. Connor picks up his dribble to the right elbow. It's Hughes, then back to Marlatt, and he's called for a travel. Been a lot of unforced turnovers by both teams tonight.
Right. They're trying to take a little bit of time off the clock, but got a little impatient.
Here come the Vikings crossing half court. It's number 20, Braylon Sipkema. Sipkema, Hughes on him, gets it to the left elbow. Number 5, Alex Needler. Needler then hands off to Ephraim Denton, driving baseline, puts it up, no good, hit the side of the backboard. Rebounded by number 52, Landon Hughes, and Landon gets it to Brendan Grindstaff, crossing half court. Hesitation, gets by Needler, inside to Hughes, and he gets the left hand layup to go. Oh, he threw it like it was on a frozen rope right to Hughes for the easy left hand lay-in.
You can't tell me that kid's a freshman.
He's a sophomore now.
Yeah.
Inside, missed the shot by the Vikings. It was Dane Hood, and rebounded by the Trojans. Hughes just throws his glasses away as he's tired of losing them. Grindstaff on the other end of the floor, gets inside, and he puts up a shot, and he gets it to go. 39-16, last 40 seconds here. Hughes needs one of those ties they put on the glasses, to keep them on your head. As here is Vikings going inside. It's Gomez getting the right-hand layup to go through. Now on the other end of the floor, it's Grindstaff. Euro blocked by Gomez. And here come the Vikings pushing it forward to Ephraim Denton. Goes in, attacks off the glass. They're calling a charge. Offensive foul on North White. Unofficially, that's 20 turnovers for the North White Vikings. 17 for the Trojans. Again, this is unofficial. Full court pressure from the Vikings. Last 15 seconds of the third. It's all Trojans, 39-18. Here comes Connor. Marlatt crosses half court, gets it back to Bryce Naniga. He saves it from going. Oh, now it's tipped back court, and Connor will pick it up. 2 seconds, he pushes it forward, but no, that will be the end of the third quarter. 39-18, the West Central Trojans are looking good and hoping to punch their ticket to the semifinal round this coming Friday night. We're going to take a break and come back. Fourth quarter action is coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Back at Caston High School, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix. We go to the fourth quarter. 39-18, the West Central Trojans lead the North White Vikings. This is Indiana High School boys basketball sectional action here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Well, to start the second quarter, Coach, West Central is in charge right now, would you say?
Well, we're starting the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, what did I say?
Second.
Gosh, second half. It's been that kind of night for me, Coach. My mind's everywhere. But to start the fourth quarter, they're in control.
Charge. They really have done pretty much everything they wanted to do, except, probably a lot more turnovers than Coach Odom wanted.
So to start the fourth, the Vikings will have it. It's up top, Dane Hood. Now swings it over to Gomez. Fernando Gomez with Bryce Naniga on him. Then back to Ephraim Denton. Goes inside. Blocked by Brendan Grindstaff, and he stepped on the baseline.
I mean, he's blocking them. He's blocking them, jumping in the air.
He's assisting.
Yeah, he's done a little bit of everything tonight.
Here comes the out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Vikings. Dump off the Dane Hood. Almost stolen. It is picked up by Connor Marlatt. Here he comes, coast to coast. He pulls it back out. He's being smart with it now.
Job.
And a reach-in foul will be called on number 20, Braylon Sipkema. That's the first foul of the fourth.
First foul on him.
Sideline out-of-bounds play. Connor Marlatt to take it out for the Trojans. Slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Looking for somebody. Gets it in. Bryce Naniga going inside. Off the glass. Right-handed layup. Naniga pulling through here. 41-18. 7:20 to go in the ball game. It's all Trojans. North White crosses half court. Gets it to Dane Hood. Now he drives inside. Pops it from the right elbow. 15 feet out. No good. Rebounded inside. And last touch by the Vikings. It was a fight between Connor Marlatt and Alex Needler as the Trojans will have possession here. We'll check in with sideline reporter Justin Ruff from the Winnemac game. Under a minute to go there. We'll see how that one ends up here shortly.
Oh, timeout here.
Yep, let's go ahead. Timeout here. Let's check in with Justin. Under a minute to go. What's the score, Jay?
What's up, fellas? Winnemac got a 4-point lead with 25.1 seconds left. 54-50 with Winnemac having the ball full court to get it in. Timeout right now for North Miami. They're trying to pressure and possibly get a steal here in 25 seconds. They're down by 4.
All right, keep the score updates coming, Jay. I'll get back with you here in a little bit. We appreciate you. As back in our game, it's 41-18 with 7:12 to go here in the entire ball game. The Warriors are hoping to close the door to move to the semifinal round. The Trojans here in our game are hoping to close the door to move to the semifinal round, Coach.
I think everything's working the way we wanted it to work tonight.
I think so, too. I think
Coach Odom's game plan has worked very, very well. I mean, that man-to-man, I think it just stifled the Vikings from the beginning, and they never could get in any kind of sync. And then the other thing, I think in the first half, Connor Marlatt played extremely well in that first half and getting him off when Bryce Nanigan, shot, and they were doing a good job defensively against him. And then in that third quarter, it was pretty much Brendan Grindstaff that kind of took over. That was his quarter.
They've had key players step up in key moments.
That's what good teams do. It's everybody. It takes everybody to win games, and that's what they're doing tonight. Nice
full
pass.
Court pressure. The Trojans beat it. Connor Marlatt races up and dumps off to Landon Hughes for the easy left-hand lay-in. 43-18. My goodness. As here on the other end of the floor, it's the Trojans the Vikings stolen by the Trojans, and here they come to Connor Marlatt. Naniga, far side of the floor. Inside
nice
to
pass.
Jaden Miller. Puts up a shot, and he gets it to go. The up and under. 45-18 now. You remember a week and a half ago, this was a one-point game. And the Trojans come up with another steal. Push it forward to Brendan Grindstaff. Right-handed layup and a timeout by North White. They've seen enough. Woo. Wow, this is looking a lot like that first matchup where the Trojans handled the Vikings easily. This is not the same game it was a week and a half ago, Coach.
No, and it won't be long before we get a running clock and we catch up maybe with Justin's game a little bit.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll see what happens here. But my goodness, this game is getting out of control for the Vikings. The West Central Trojans have had their way, as Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Hey, stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call them at 574-772-5888 to place your order now.
Well, I tell you, Mitch, the Trojans have done, this second half, have done a great job. Obviously, the whole game. You know, the first few minutes of the game, they were kind of nervous and, you know, the butterflies in the stomach and all that. But, you know, since them first 4 or 5 minutes, I mean, it's been all West Central Trojans tonight.
Yeah, it just took, a few minutes of that first quarter.
Yep.
And then after that, they haven't looked back. So full court pressure from the Trojans, still applying it. The Vikings get it in to number 11. This is Chris Anise. Top of the key with Brendan Grindstaff on him. Nice little give and go, little backdoor action from Dane Hood as he gets the right-hand layup to go. 47-20 here, under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. The Trojans lead. It's Bryce Naniga. Top of the key, picks up his dribble with Fernando Gomez on him. Hands off. Jaden Miller going inside, picks up his dribble. Back out to Grindstaff, and Grindstaff brings it out.
Just take a little time off the clock, make sure we get a good shot.
Ooh, step back three. Grindstaff off the glass is no good. Long rebound, and it's saved. Grindstaff back over to Marlatt. Here he comes inside. Fading away. No good. Rebounded by Landon Hughes on the inside. Back out. Brendan Grindstaff for three. Splash. Huge shot. It's a 30-point ball game here. 50-20. The Trojans in charge. Dane Hood on the other end of the floor. The Vikings have got to get something going here if they want to fight, as it's Gomez 15 feet far side of the floor in the short corner is no good, and rebounded by the Trojans. They get it back to Bryce Naniga. Then up far corner to Brendan Grindstaff. Grindstaff brings it back out up top. He's going to take his time. Got some pretty sweet kicks on too, Coach. He's got the pink shoes.
I don't know what it is, but he's got the hops with him.
He's got him. Swings it over to Jaden Miller, then back to Grindstaff. Then back over to Connor Marlatt. Now he's going inside. He has space right off the glass. Connor Marlatt. He hesitated just long enough to bait the D, and he blows by for the easy two. 4:20 to go in the fourth, 52-20. The Trojans are feeling good here. Up top, it's Anise. Crossing over, driving baseline on Miller, and a foul will be called here on the floor.
Call that on Miller. It's going to be his fifth.
Yep.
Foul on number 0, Jaden Miller.
So Miller will have to check out after 5 fouls, and checking in for him will be Addison Huber, number 5. Marlatt, Grindstaff, Hughes, Huber, and Naniga. He was hiding. Those are the 5 out there for the Trojans as they get it in. Ephraim Denton pops it from 17 feet, no good. And then the putback goes. I missed on who, though?
Chandler Hood.
Chandler Hood, who rolled his ankle earlier. It looks like he's doing well. He's back into the ball game. So back to a 30-point game, 52-22. The Trojans lead with 3:45 to go in the ball game. It's Addison Huber getting it over to Connor Marlatt. Up top, Marlatt crosses over. And a reach-in foul will be called on Alex Needler.
It's going to be his third.
Yep. And now Needler will check out, and Braylon Sipkema will check in. Looks like we have a final from the Winnemac game. We'll check in with Justin Ruff here shortly. But back in our game, sideline out of bounds play. Connor Marlatt to take it out. He finds Bryce Naniga driving baseline, and a reach-in foul will be called on Ephraim Denton here.
That'll be his 4th.
Let's go ahead and get the final from Justin Ruff. Justin, did the Warriors win?
They did. They won 55-50. Ended up sealing the deal with free throws and taking care of the ball. They did a good job finishing the game out, 55-50.
All right, well, we'll check back in with you. Hopefully you get a word with head coach Mike Springer, but sit tight, Jay. We'll get back with you shortly.
Fouls on Christopher Ennis. That's his 5th.
So Anise will have to check out as that he picks up his 5th foul as we're back in our game. It'll be a sideline out of bounds play for the West Central Trojans. It looks like the first half of Pulaski County took care of business tonight. It also looks like the second half of Pulaski County will take care of business tonight. Looks like 2 Pulaski County teams are going to move forward here. With 3 minutes to go, the Trojans lead by 30. It's looking very good. Brendan Grindstaff over to Connor Marlatt. They're letting that clock tick to the right block. Short corner now. It's Bryce Naniga spinning around, back out, Marlatt. Then back up top to Brendan Grindstaff. Last 3 minutes of this ball game. Now to Connor Marlatt, near corner, driving baseline, dump off the landed Hughes, and a foul is called from behind on Alex Needler.
And that's going to be his 4th.
Fouls on North Points number 5, Alex Needler, his 4th. At the line, shooting 2, number 52, Landon Hughes.
So at the line is Landon Hughes. His first of 2 is up away, and it is no good. So Marlatt will check out. That's what the noise is about. Trojan Nation very happy for their senior as the second free throw goes through for the Trojans. Here comes Dane Hood crossing half court. Last 2:40 of this ball game. And a timeout by North White. They want to talk it over. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by NEPCO Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Hey, Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. Jim Collins is a Caston alum.
Is he really? I didn't realize that.
Big time shout out to Jim Collins. Jim Collins? I'm having a rough go tonight, Coach.
Well, I think the Pulaski County going to be really happy. Everybody driving around tonight, after these 2, Winnemac getting their wins, and West Central, with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left, going to get their win, and they're both going to move on.
Yeah, it's these moments right here at the end of the game. I mean, there's not really much to say. The Trojans are just taking care of business, and they're kind of just letting this time tick out so that they can get ready for Friday at this point. Of course, they will be taking on this Friday Caston here at Caston. And the Caston Comets are 9-11 this season. The Vikings kick it in to Ephraim Denton and hand off to Dane Hood. Hood, the senior, gets inside to Chandler Hood. Puts it up off the glass, no good. And rebounded by number 20 for the Trojans, Maddox Gutwine, who checked in. Some new faces for the Trojans. Now over to Landon Hughes. Hughes over to Gutwine. Then back to Hughes, inside, back out. Grindstaff pops the three, in and out, no good. And rebounded by number 20, Braylon Sipkema. Sipkema up to Dane Hood. Here come two more Trojans off the bench to get some time. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. 53-22. They are in control. Hood takes the pick, goes inside off the glass. Right-handed layup, pretty easy there. As the Trojans get it in, it's Brendan Grindstaff crossing half court here. Behind his back, now he's doubled, almost lost it. He still has it, back to Addison Huber, and then swings it over to Hughes. Then back up top to Gutwine, then up top to Grindstaff. Grindstaff, here comes the double, back up top. And then a timeout by head coach Brad Odom just to get some fresh legs in here. We're going to see number 22 for the West Central Trojans, Sebastian St. Clair. We're also going to see number 21, Malachi Wireman. And I believe that's number 25, Zach Bainey. Got to feel pretty good if you're the West Central Trojans on opening night of the postseason, taking on a team you lost by 1-2 just, a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, and you just put up 53 on them and only allow them 24. That's a good showing.
Great defensive game for them.
The Trojans kick it in. It's Addison Huber in the near corner. We're just going to wind this game down here as it's Gutwine getting it back to Huber. Here comes the double, swings it over. Number 21 puts it off the glass. That was Malachi Wireman. No good. And it's last touch by the Vikings. It will stay here. We're also going to see Huber check out. And now number 32, Blake Indris. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Trojans. Gutwine to take it out. Slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Far corner. It's number 25, Zach Bainey. Picks up his dribble back up top to Sebastian St. Clair. Then far corner. Number 21, Malachi Wireman up top to Gutwine. Maddox Gutwine, and then there's the foul as the double comes. That will send him to the line to shoot 2 here, stopping the clock at a minute to go.
It's going to be Denton's 5th foul.
Entering for the Vikings, number 24, Charlie Williams.
You know, these are the hard part, Mitch, but, when you got these seniors from North White, I saw Coach Smith giving a couple hugs there. I mean, it's the toughest part about being a coach. You've got these seniors, it's their last game, and they put everything they could into it. But, I think they'll be back. They got a good group of young kids, it looks like. So Coach Smith will have them back.
Gutwine hits the second. And now you see head coach Brad Odom say, nope, no need to full court press. Get back, get back. Last minute here as the Vikings kick it in. It's number 3, Xander Brown, the freshman here. Gets it over to number 24, Charlie Williams. Then to the far corner, it's Alex Needler. Then up top, Brown. Blocked shot by number 25, Zach Baining. And Baining gets it back to Maddox Gutwine. Here comes Maddox crossing half court. Last 40 seconds. Over to number 21, it's Malachi Wireman. Wireman over to Sebastian St. Clair. Sebastian fakes right, goes left, picks up his dribble. Far corner, it's stolen by number 20. That was Braylon Sipkema, and then another turnover, another foul is called.
Sebastian St. Clair
on the Trojans, so that's his first, second of this quarter. Last 25 seconds here. Pops it from the left elbow. That was Braylon Sipkema, and rebounded by Sebastian St. Clair to Maddox Gutwine as he crosses half court. And you see head coach Brad Odom say, hold it there. The Trojans did their job tonight. after losing to North White by 1 point in a stunner just about a week and a half ago. They win the game that mattered most. The quarterfinal round of Sectional 52. The West Central Trojans win 55-24. And then in our other game we were watching tonight, we had our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. 55-50 was the final there. As we're going to take a break and come back for the Collins Insurance post-game show for sports analyst Terry Minix. I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
55-24 is the final as the West Central Trojans beat the North White Vikings here in the quarterfinal round of Sectional 52. Man, what a game it was. The Trojans took care of business. Also in Pulaski County, the Winnemac Warriors took care of business as they beat North Miami 55-50. So what a final it was. We're waiting to see if Justin Ruff has an opportunity to get with head coach of the Winnemac Warriors, Mike Springer, or not. Their game kind of ended a lot earlier than our game, so they already may be on the bus and heading out, but we'll see what we can make happen. But for this game of the West Central Trojans, Coach, I mean, it took a few moments there in the first quarter, but after that, it was the Trojans ball game.
The first 3 or 4 minutes, were just the nerves setting in, but after that, it was all Trojans. I mean, Coach Odom's game plan against the Vikings tonight, I think, worked exceptionally well. Like I say, there's a few, probably more to, if he's going to be negative on something, when hopefully he comes up and talks to us, but if he's going to be negative on something, it's going to be turning the ball over a little bit. They're going to play a Caston team that is very, very good. Here on Friday night, and it's a team I think they got beat by pretty handily the first time. As long as they play that type of defense, I really think they can, they can do well in that game on Friday night as well. I'm sure Coach Odom will put a good game plan together and should have a good outing.
So the West Central Trojans will move on to face Caston here at Caston High School this coming Friday night. The Winnemac Warriors will move on to face Lewis Cass at Lewis Cass. So both Pulaski County teams move forward as they will play the host school at their sectional this coming Friday night. An interesting way that we start our sectional run, but it's a good thing both our teams got a win tonight.
Oh, for sure. The things that the tougher ones in this is playing the home school on their home court. They obviously play here or practice here, play here. It's just a little added tidbit that makes it a little tougher on the opposing team coming in. But it's all about intensity and who wants it more. And I really felt tonight from the beginning, I thought West Central by far and away was coming out here determined to, a little upset over that 1 point loss they had, a week or so ago.
Well, we thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain agronomy, seed fuel, and LP petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. With Winamac Warriors head basketball coach Mike Springer is our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Justin.
How's it going, fellas? Coach, you pulled it off. It wasn't at times the prettiest, but your team found a way. Talk us through that game against the North Miami Warriors.
They came out and hit shots, and we weren't ready for that. Many shots to go down. Riley hit us for 29, and he was on fire. And I think it gave the rest of their team more confidence to continue because they were playing hard on the defensive end. And I think once we figured out that we needed to put some more pressure on them off the ball screens, make some get some more deflections, just being tougher minded, I think defensively that really helped us on the defensive end and got us going more on the offensive end.
Absolutely. And then you got Lewis Cass now. You're playing on their floor on Friday night. What do you know about the Kings?
They are they have some tall kids. Hillis is about 6'4", Johnson's probably 6'2". And they are aggressive. It'll be a tough physical game, and I really believe that it's a game that our kids feel like they can win. They're confident going into it. That we've been having good practices here lately, and I think again it's you got to have that mentality that you got to win and then advance and surviving, I guess, is what the term is. But we're just going to play hard. We're going to play together, and hopefully we can score one more point than Lewis Cass and go home with a dub.
So you guys won this one, right? 55-50. So does that mean I get to keep my job? Is that what we decided?
Yes, Justin gets to keep his job.
Okay.
We're not going to ship him off to Antarctica or anything. But I'm hearing that Alaska Anchorage University is looking for a sideline reporter.
Okay. Hey,
thanks, Justin, for what you do here and how you and Mitch and guys spread the basketball around and do things good for kids. I think it's great. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck Friday.
Boy,
all right, Mitch, back to you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Justin, you got to feel pretty good after that big-time win. What do you say?
I can sleep well on my pillow tonight, that's for sure. It's a good day.
Yeah, but Anchorage is really a nice place.
Oh, stop it, Coach. Stop it.
You probably got to fly in and then take a Cessna to fly into the next spot so that you can get there.
It's a snowball they're playing with.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, appreciate you being there tonight. Let's see. We're going to be sending you to Triton Sectional this coming Friday to cover Oregon Davis. We appreciate you doing that for us this week, but a great job tonight, Jay.
Friday, folks.
Yeah, hey, great job tonight, Jay, and we'll plan on talking to you this coming Friday.
Hey, sounds great, fellas. Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you on Friday.
All
Sounds
right,
good. Good
that
job,
is our
Justin.
sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, live and on location from Lewis Cass High School as the Winamac Warriors beat North Miami 55-50. We had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Springer at halftime. We talked to him in the postgame. We aren't even there, Coach. We're at Caston. Isn't this awesome?
It is amazing, the
I
stuff
love
that you
this.
come up with, Mitch. And I'll be honest with you, it has nothing to do with me because I don't even know what all this stuff is you got in front of you.
I was telling my buddy, he said the same thing. I said, when you sit on the sidelines for as long as I have, you kind of you plan for a moment. You just plan for your opportunities. When you sit on the bench, Coach, you got to watch out for those bench players. They're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Well, I never sat on the bench whether I was playing or coaching.
Yeah, you were standing the whole time. Well, we're going to take a break here. We're hoping to get a word with head coach Brad Odom of the West Central Trojans. I think he is talking with the Pulaski County Journal right now. Paul Hettinger, of course, is here. Big time shout out to him. We always get along with him. But our Stark County Co-op play of the game is coming up next, and this is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Well, back here at Caston High School, a big-time win for the West Central Trojans as they take down North White. Coach, just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, it was a much closer game, but by the looks of it tonight, you guys came prepared and you wanted to prove to North White you were better than that game a couple of weeks ago.
That's why we told the boys, we told them that we kind of thought we got punked out at North White. They played harder and physical than us, and we kind of took a step back. And you guys know that when you put pressure on something and it starts to crack, eventually things break.
Yeah.
And we put out a completely different type of pressure tonight. We're usually a zone trap or a 1-2-2 look. And they kind of carved it up last time. They did a really good job of moving the ball, and we told the kids tonight that we wanted this game to be about athletes. We wanted our athletes to really dictate the pressure and pace of this game, and that's not something that we've done much. So we wanted to get their guards moving in angles, and we wanted to try to force everything to the left, and we wanted them to play at a speed that made them much harder for them to be really physical with us. And you get athletes out in space, that's where we can be better. Mm-hmm. Connor Marlatt played a great game. It's been a long time since he's felt good about shooting the basketball, and he got off to that nice start. He hit a couple of threes, and you saw the energy and the passion come out of Connor, and he's our leader. When he plays like that, it makes it very difficult for teams to guard us because they want to take away Brendan, who can shoot it really well, and Bryce, who's our leading scorer. And it forced them to go out of the defense that they had so much success with, and then it's about athletes and it's about transition looks. And then my two Hughes boys, they just dominated the glass inside, and we needed that kind of toughness to kind of set the tone. And then, bottom line, I just think that the overall speed of the game started to wear on them, and then we could be successful.
Well, I think in the pregame you said you had something for them that was going to be different. And obviously something for them was that man-to-man. And it looked like they had worked on a trapping 1-2-2 or some kind of zone trap, and it had them just befunked on the whole thing.
We've struggled tremendously in a man-to-man all year. We told the kids that tonight had to be about guarding your yard. It's not about your help side defender as much as it is, hey, if he takes two dribbles one way, you get your butt in front of him and you turn him. And if you can continually turn them and keep the ball out of the lane, and they take first pass shot or second pass shot, they weren't going to get a second one, and then we wanted to run. It's really hard to face guard somebody in transition.
Right.
So every free throw attempt they had, we wanted to try to run off of it. Every opportunity they tried to press, we wanted to throw over the top of it. We wanted to go and go and go. And Dane Hood, he's a great athlete, and I think just the overall speed and how physical we were with him kind of wore him down, and that's exactly what they did to us at their place.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I said that you may be a little negative on was the turnovers. I think you had a little more turnovers but a lot of that was in the beginning, where everybody's got the butterflies going. So beyond that, there was a few extra turnovers, but all in all, it was a great game plan. And the kids executed everything very well, Coach.
Yep. And, when we talk, you get a lead and you go into the fourth quarter, everything's about time and score. And one of them has to be more important than the other. And, kids always want to score. They always want to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you're going to have to be able to grind a game out, and you're going to have to execute.
And we said, hey, this fourth quarter needs to be what it might look like on Friday, and we've got to be patient and not take a first or second pass shot. And I think in the fourth quarter we got 4 back cut layups, and we're going to have to be able to execute things like that against Caston.
Yeah, and you played them earlier in the year, and they kind of handled you a little bit.
Yeah, and there
but
were a lot
that's
of factors.
a long time ago.
Yeah, there are a lot of factors in that one. We hadn't been on the floor for almost 2.5 weeks.
There you go.
We were in the middle of a spell of a little bit of COVID, a little bit of flu, and we hadn't practiced in 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, I know you'll have something for them. I know that. You know the way you go, and your kids responded. I thought your help side in that man was excellent, and getting up and down the floor, it was a great game plan, Coach.
Well, thank you. I know Carl Davis really well. Carl and I go back to the girls' side about a decade ago, and we've always had some fun battles. So I hope our kids are ready for the test.
I thought your fans were here in full force tonight. What's your message to Trojan Nation now in hopes they get back here Friday night for you?
Well, Friday night's where you want to be. You got 4 teams, the place to be packed. This place is going to be rocking. You're going to have probably 4 bands here as well, and that's the kind of atmosphere that if you love the game of basketball, that's why you play it.
It's Indiana basketball, baby.
Yeah, and 1A basketball, you don't always get that every night, but you get to Friday night of a sectional, and that atmosphere is about as cool as it can get for an athlete.
Well, Coach, big-time win for you. Congratulations, and good luck this Friday against Caston.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that is head coach Brad Odom of the West Central Trojans. Big-time win for them as they move on to the semifinal round to take on Caston here at Caston High School. Well, Coach, what is our Stark County Co-op play of the game?
Well, the one that I picked out, it happened with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. It was a dime of a pass from Brendan Grindstaff to Landon Hughes. So that layup at that time made the score 37-16, and then the Trojans never looked back. And with Grindstaff and obviously with Connor Marlett tonight, I could pick out plays of the game, 20 of them. Grindstaff had 2 blocks that I know of. I mean, he had a little bit of everything, and then Connor, I mean, he shot it, I think, as soon as he walked into the gym and was shooting, and they hitting everything and did a real nice job getting them off to a good start. But, Brendan's dime of a pass to Landon Hughes is the Stark County play of the game.
Can I say white chocolate-esque?
Oh, wow.
That was a white chocolate-esque assist.
That was very nice.
And for those listening who don't know who white chocolate is, look him up on YouTube. One of the best crazy players that you've probably ever seen in the NBA.
Yeah, he had some tattoos.
He was a crazy guy.
Yeah, he was a crazy guy.
But, man, he threw the pass. It looked just like that Brendan Grindstaff pass tonight. So congratulations to Brendan Grindstaff for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. But stay tuned. Our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game is coming up next. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson Sanpierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-star.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
So what are you thinking for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game?
Well, I think it's kind of a consensus. I think he wears number 2 for the West Central Trojans. Connor Marlett just got him going. He made the threes. He had fighting for 5 rebounds, like 18, 20 points. Just did everything, especially in that first half when, in the beginning there was some butterflies, but it didn't look like he had butterflies. He just had that rim was as big as the ocean, and he was able to knock down some threes, and got the Trojans off to a great start. And for that reason, Connor Marlett is going to be our 5-star player of the game.
Man, I mean, those threes were huge in the first quarter. Really got the ball rolling because no one was scoring. It was, at least 3 minutes had passed or close to it before finally the lid had popped off. And boy, I mean, Connor Marlatt, he's a starting quarterback for the West Central Trojans. We know he's an athlete. He's been a Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week. He showed up tonight when it counted as a senior coach. You talk about that all the time, senior leadership.
And that's what it is. I mean, it's one of them where these seniors, they definitely don't want it to be their last game, so they're going to put everything out. And, they were doing a really nice job of guarding Bryce. So, he stepped up and just said, hey, I'm a senior and I'm going to show you I can do this. And, man, he looked good in that first half.
Well, let's hope the Trojans carry it on as they will face Caston this coming Friday night. KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action this Friday night to see the North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays take on the LaVille Lancers and the South Central Satellites take on the Hebron Hawks for a doubleheader of Sectional 34 semifinal action from the nest of North Judson, Indiana. Our very own Justin Ruff will be on location at the Triton Sectional to give us live reports on the Oregon Davis Bobcats semifinal matchup as well. We will be going live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. Hey, we also remind you to join us each weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you missed the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Hey, follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Terry.
Well, another fun night. I mean, it's obviously fun when the team you're wanting to win wins, and it's going to be fun for us because, we got to see a nice game here tonight, and now we get to go over on Friday night and watch, at North Judson to the nest and see a couple good games, and hopefully we can bring home a couple of our people we follow when we carry live, some wins, and, it's sectional time. So there isn't anything better. Just like Coach Odom said, Friday night sectional, I don't think anything gets any better.
It doesn't, especially in Indiana.
Exactly.
Well, from all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. The final, West Central beats North White 55-24. The Winamac Warriors beat North Miami 55-50. Both of our area teams who played tonight move on to the semifinal round of sectionals. For our sports analyst Terry Minnick, sideline reporter on location for Winamac Justin Ruff, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three and a big